Good morning. Welcome to Monday Messages, the Tuesday edition. That's my creative way of saying, oops, I couldn't do Monday Messages on Monday. So now we're going to do it on Tuesday. Just for this week, though, which actually kind of ties in exactly with what I was going to talk about this week. So, as I always do with my Monday Messages, I start off with a story. And this one happens to deal with in 2007, I was pregnant with Liam. I had a month to go before I was going to go into labor. I was so excited. I had been counting down the days to my maternity leave because I was working at Universal Studios at the time, counting down the days till I could get my maternity leave. And then that whole month, I had planned on that Sunday, I was going to have my baby shower. And then I was going to take all the stuff and we were going to prepare the nursery so everything would be set and ready to go by the time Liam arrived, which was his due date was April 1st. So that Friday night, I go to bed. I wake up the next Saturday, and I get a nice little foot massage. Well, and I remember actually a massage, and then she started massaging my feet. And I remember hearing, you shouldn't massage a pregnant woman's feet because it can induce labor. And I was thinking, it's kind of strange. She's massaging my feet during my pregnancy massage. I was like, yeah, I'm sure it's all just a bunch of, bull that's just a myth. So sure enough, that night, my water breaks. And then, like you might as well have played circus music with Brian running around trying to get things together. It was just like the classic sitcom of, taking the wife to the hospital. So made it to the hospital, gave birth to Liam on the day I was supposed to have my baby shower, March 4th, 2007. And then after that, it was just like kind of, crazy. So the point of this story I wanted to share is timing. I can make plans all I want. I can, have my own agenda. But if God has different plans, then I'm out of luck. I got to go with God's plans because I have no other choice. And that kind of happened actually this week. I was settled in on Saturday night. I was like, I'm going to have a nice night. I'm going to watch my ghost shows because I'm really kind of into these ghost shows. They're a lot of fun to watch. So I was like, and I'm settled in. I'm talking to my friend Mary. Phone rings. And it's my husband. I was like, he must be on his way back from his fishing trip. He was like an hour and a half away. And it was like 7:00 at night. And I said, I'll call him back later. So I just, keep talking to my friend Mary. And then my son comes down. He says, Mom, Dad says it's an emergency. And I'm like, oh, no. I get on the phone. And he's like, I need you to come get me right away because I can't find my keys. I'm like, call AAA. That was the first thing I said. Not even, okay, I'll be right there. Be safe to stay in the car. No, I said, call AAA. And he's like, no. And first of all, he's in the middle of nowhere. So God only knows if AAA could find him. And I knew he was in the middle of nowhere. And I knew he was, I was going to have to go down in the dark on these dark country roads. And of course, all these like ghost shows that I watch came to play. I was like, oh, what if I see a white lady walking down the street? Or what if this big pickup truck comes behind me with his lights blaring, because I'm going down this road where the ghost pickup truck comes. Anyways, I begrudgingly said, okay. I got in my car and I headed to go rescue my husband who was trapped at his fishing site an hour and a half away. And I remember thinking, oh, God, this sucks. Why do I have to do this? However, while I was in the car and then of course, traffic comes to a standstill on the 485 as I'm trying to get there. And I'm like, great. This just makes, so the resentment at my husband is growing greater and greater at this point. And sure enough, at that point on my phone, a text comes in from one of my sponsees that says, I hate everyone. Can you talk? I'm like, actually I can. I got nothing but time to talk. So I ended up calling my sponsee and we ended up talking, having this big, long conversation. Before I knew it, I was halfway there by the time I got done working with my sponsee. So God kind of, guided me on the way to get out of myself and get into service. And so by the time I got to my husband, he was super, super relieved and super grateful that I had showed up. And I remember thinking, if the shoes had been on the other foot and I had been trapped somewhere without the keys and my husband was telling me to call AAA, oh, there would have been hell to pay. Oh, yeah. So, I was like, you know, it was inconvenient for me to have to give up my cozy Saturday night to go on this trek in the middle of nowhere to find my husband, help my husband, and but he would have done the same for me. And I don't always know, when God's going to call me into service or action, but I got to be willing and I got to be ready and I got to be um, absolutely 100% committed that no matter what, when God gives me the service call, I'm going to answer it. And I'm going to be joyful when I answer it. I'm not going to, oh, great. Why me? Why do I have to do this? I mean, I work the phone lines for a 12-step group sometimes. And you've got to be willing to take the call any time of night. So somebody could call me at 2 o'clock in the morning. And, I need to be willing to answer that call. And what I'm going to work at is not only be willing, but be joyful and grateful to answer that call because God thought enough of me to get to be his messenger to the hopeless alcoholic addict that is in dire straits. And I know those moments. I know those horrifying moments of, the addiction and when alcohol takes its grip on you and the disease threatens to take you out. It's scary. It's scary. And I need to be there to reach the hand that's reaching up to me to pull them up and pull them out of that hole that I was so easily pulled out of. Well, not easily, but I made it out. And I got to be willing to reach my hand out anytime, any day, any reason to answer God's call. So that's my message to you this week. And inconvenient crises, it's okay. We are called to serve anytime God chooses to call us to serve, and we don't get to pick. But when he calls us, we need to be, at least I need to be grateful that he's given me the honor of serving him in such a capacity. Because you know what? I wouldn't have been able to do it 23 years ago. I was the one who needed the inconvenient call to somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning. Please help me. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I'm worried I'm going to die here. And that's the nature of it. So anyways, that's the Monday message this week. Answer, God's going to call you when he wants to call you into service. Just be ready to rock and roll and be grateful that you get the opportunity to serve in such a beautiful way. All right. I hope you have a wonderful week. Next Monday's message will be on time, on track. All right. And hopefully I won't go into any more dark roadways where monster trucks might get me. And if you like this, subscribe. Let's keep in touch. Let's keep doing these. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.